Are you concerned as a representative of the United States about the Iranian influence in not only Camp Ashraf but Iraq as well?
Yeah, of course. We're concerned about Iranian influence across the region. I'm the Assistant Secretary for NEA. We see Iran's bad behavior in a lot of different places.
Let me give my bias. We went into Iraq looking for weapons of mass destruction, and all we did is destroy and make worse to a certain extent. I'm not a fan of the present government. I'm not a fan of Maliki, and it is a constant, continuous contact sport of who can have the upper hand, who can fill their pockets even more. So we have less troops there, but I don't think the United States can abandon its responsibility concerning human rights. So let me pointedly ask the question about the people in Camp Ashraf. Not only do they have loud noises and torture and afraid of their life, and the people in this country, Iranian Americans whose families were left behind or whose families went to be able to save the lives of other family members, are living in utter fear. Can you tell me what humanitarian act is it to let sick and dying people die because they have no access to medical care? Elham, Nady, both suffering massively from cancer, being denied the opportunity, one with thyroid cancer, one with acute kidney cancer in a critical state, already lost one of their kidneys, and they need to undergo an operation, and they can't seem to get into a hospital. Where is our stance on human rights? We are continually to plow investment into Iraq, and let me be very clear. I hope we have a pathway of economic opportunity. I hope there is a pathway for businesses in the United States. After all, look at the enormous measure of blood that we shed in that place, and what do we have to show for it? And if we keep continuing to say they're a sovereign nation, sovereign about what? They're not a sovereign nation. They're a collapsed government. But, Mr. Feltman, I can't let you leave this room without telling me what are you going to do in our State Department about the conditions in Camp Ashraf. I come here every time there's a hearing and say the same thing. And what we understand is the Iraqi soldiers are the ones that are intimidating these people. Yield an additional minute to, well, let me yield for him to answer the question.
Yes. Unanimous consent to an additional minute to answer.
Thank you. But I want the State Department to act. Thank you.
We will have to look into the individual cases you raised.